yourself, cause you're worthy. Cause when you honor, respect, and you praise thee, nothing good comes from the lack of love and stuff. If you don't think that you're valuable enough, never live life like you're stuck. Put your crown on and queen up. Hey, a queen up. Hey, queen up. Hey, queen up. Hey, queen up. Hey.
All right, Queen Up.
Yes.
Welcome, Queen to Queen Up Chronicles. I am Jay West.
I am Lativia Chisholm.
And I am Bridget Pierre.
And together we are Queen Up Chronicles. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are currently in the Queen's Corner. In this position, we'll be highlighting minority and black-owned businesses intentionally. We understand that everything that we need is in our community. So every show we'll be talking about a black-owned business, and we'll be wearing something from that particular store, particular company, or whatever, what have you. Okay, so today, what are you wearing, Lativia?
I am wearing a beautiful diamond encrusted bangle by Pretty House Apparel. And please make sure you log on to prettyhouseapparel.com and check out all her fabulous items.
Fabulous.
What are you wearing, Miss Bridget?
Well, what I'm wearing is on top of my head. Actually, I got my hair done by Hair by Miriam. She's a beautiful black queen in our very own community that does hair. And she uses all natural products, and she also sells hair.
Okay, wonderful.
So go to hairbymiriam.com.
Okay. And so what are you wearing, Miss J?
You know, I love it when you ask the question. Right? I am wearing fox leather pants, high-waisted pants with the tie at the at the ankle by Raw Couture. Please check it out. She's a homegrown store owner, rawcouture.com.
Very nice.
I
Very nice.
I love it.
Yes.
All right, so with that, let's get it started.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Queen Up Chronicles. And this is our time where we have our little table talk, where we're going to talk about it, right, ladies?
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Now, listen, there's been something that has, been on my mind, right?
Okay.
These two women that I know, they are, the best of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And lately on social media, they've been going at it. And I don't understand why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My thing is, if I have a really, really good friend of mine, number one, if we're going through something, I'm not going to put it out there on social media. I think it's unnecessary.
I'm not going to do it. Right.
I don't think it's fair
Right.
because now you're inviting everybody else into our situation.
That is
Exactly.
true.
Exactly.
Right? So, but I just feel like if you guys were best of friends to begin with, would you even go there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's certain boundaries that friends shouldn't cross.
Exactly.
You know
I
what I'm
understand
saying?
what you're saying. I totally agree. There are boundaries, there are rules, there's guidelines to BFF. Because we throw out the acronym so easily, BFF. But BFF is best friends forever, right? But sometimes it can stand for being false and phony.
Ooh.
So talk about it. Let's talk about it. I mean, what does it mean? When I call you my BFF, am I being false and phony and fake? Or am I truly being a friend of yours? So let's talk about the rules of being a best friend, a true best friend. What does that mean to you, Lativia?
To me, a best friend is a ride or die. She's with me through thick and thin.
Okay.
I have her back, she has my back.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
But what does that mean? What does that mean in real life? So ride or die entails what? Keeping your secrets?
Keeping my secrets with me through the good and the bad.
Okay.
And I have her back just as well. That means if she needs me 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting up to assist her.
Okay.
Legally. Let me point that out. Legally.
Point that out there. We ain't breaking no laws on Queen Up Chronicles. All right? We're not doing that.
Let me put that
Okay?
one out there.
Okay. So if she tells you something in confidence, that means she should never divulge that information to anyone else.
That is absolutely correct.
Even when you guys are no longer BFFs?
Even if we're no longer BFF. And I'll give you an example. I have 2 girlfriends that are no longer here.
Okay.
They've been gone for over 20 years. But to this day, I still hold their secrets because I'm still their best friend, whether they're on this earth or not.
Oh wow, you're a true BFF.
I'm a true.
That's
ride or
beautiful.
die.
Well, girl, I'm glad we're friends. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what would be one rule of your best friend? One rule. Give one rule.
Don't mess with my man.
Let's talk about
We had to go there. You know what?
We're going to go to a commercial break and then we're going to come back and talk about that one.
Okay. All right, so we're back. And one of the rules of being a BFF, as Lativia stated, not to mess with my man. So we're going to talk about BFFs and dating. What are the rules? What are the guidelines, right? Okay, so if I've had an ex, I was dating someone in high school, let's say high school, and we're in our 30s now, and my best friend, they encountered each other without me, they met somewhere in a neutral place, and now they're attracted to each other. And she comes and tells me about the guy, and I find out that it's my ex from years ago. How should I respond to that? Is 10-year gap long enough for me to go ahead and say, okay, you can date him now? Or is that hands off for my BFF?
Well, I would say that depends.
Okay.
It depends on how you guys were together, when you were together, and how you guys broke up. If it was a bad breakup where you're still in love with him, you still feel something for him.
But we're talking about 10 years removed now.
Well, 10 years removed.
But
So,
still-
some people don't ever get over it.
Right, that's a whole nother subject. Getting unstuck. All right, we're not talking about that. I mean, it was, okay, people break up. People break up, relationships end. And maybe he wasn't the guy for you, but maybe he is the guy for her.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my position. If you were married to the guy, I say no. That's an absolute no, right? He's off limits. And if you have kids with the guy, that's an absolute no, as far as your BFF dating him.
Well, I'm the type of friend, if I know you were in love with that guy and I know the history on what happened and why you guys broke up, I will stay away from him, just so we wouldn't have any friction.
Yeah, but Retifa,
That's
what
just
if you
my
don't
perspective.
know? What if you don't know? Suppose she lives in Homestead somewhere and you're over here in Broward and you done met this wonderful guy,
Right.
you're in
Well,
love with
that's-
him,
that's a good-
and then now here comes along Jay who says, oh, I used to date him, so now all of a sudden you're supposed to just be like, oh,
No.
okay,
No.
we'll take a hike?
Right.
I
No,
don't think
well,
so.
okay, in that particular situation, I would say no because I didn't know. But if I knew,
Okay.
I would say he's off limits to me.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion.
What about the year time frame between the breakup and your BFF meeting him? Does that make a difference?
Again, me personally, if I knew that you dated him 10, 20 years ago,
Right.
he's just off limits to
Right.
me. I'm that kind of friend.
No matter what.
Right.
No matter what.
Right.
He's off
Yeah,
limits.
You knew.
I think if I knew that you were dating a guy and you break up and I meet him at some point down the line, he's off limits to me.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. All right. So with that, we're gonna be right back with Queen Up Chronicles. Please stay tuned. We got more good conversations for you. Okay, and so we're back, and we're going to continue this very interesting conversation. So, Retivia, you said that if your ex-boyfriend continued to date, well, let me ask you the question. If your ex-boyfriend continued to date your BFF, and they decided to say, hey, forget about you, we're not concerned about you, we're in love now, and they just decide to carry on with the relationship, how would you feel about that?
Yes, I would be angry because if I gave you the title as my best friend, then I'm looking at you as a sister.
Right,
And my man is off limits.
right,
Completely.
completely.
Okay, but listen, he is no longer your man. Okay, and if this is your real friend here, she should already know who your man is or your ex-man was.
Right.
I agree with you. But let me say this. If you are my childhood friend, then you may not know.
Right.
So then I may give you a pass. But if you are 20 years old and older,
Right.
excuse my French, but bitch, you know.
Well, that was French, because that surely sounded like English to me. So how we gonna say that? Beyond? Oh, we're like,
I'm just saying, we are not doing a Nicole Murphy and Layla Rashawn over here.
okay.
Okay, but if they
Believe me.
decided to continue dating, would you eventually forgive them or her and continue the friendship or the relationship? Would you forgive her?
No, like I said, if I gave you the title as my BFF, you know, then no, because you are crossing the lines with me. And those are my standards. That's my goal. That's my boundary. You cross it, then we're over. We're done with it.
Done with it. Okay,
Right.
because you're talking about best friends forever.
I'm talking.
You're not talking
best
about
friends.
being fake and phony.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, and thinking about and talking about forgiveness, I was so upset about it. I'm sure you all have heard about it. The police officer, Amber Geiger. She murdered the innocent gentleman in his own apartment, Mr. Botham Jean. So when we talk about forgiveness, it's just amazing to me how it appeared to me to be easy for him to, the brother, who is a Brant Jean. His Brant Jean is the brother. He was so easy. It was my perception again. I don't know what this gentleman needed for closure. I don't know what his reasoning was for forgiving her. I can't speak for him. But I'm just speaking from a personal point of view. He was able to forgive her and to also state something to the effect that he loved her and gave her a hug in open court once the verdict was read.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just curious to know how many times you hugged your mother within that time frame.
Wow.
How many times did you tell your mother that you loved her within that time frame? You see, we're so easy to forgive a stranger. We're so easy to forgive someone who has done us wrong. You understand? But we will hold a grudge for a lifetime against a family member, a blood relative. And that's so disappointing to me. So when does forgiveness take place? Is it sincere or is it insincere? Is it meaningful or is it just something to say for the masses, for the publicity of the matter?
Right, right. You know what?
Right. So
I'm glad you brought that up because we were talking a lot about that at work this week. Matter of fact, here's a clip of Mr. Jean forgiving this police officer for shooting.
for murdering his
Yeah.
brother. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say I hope you rot and die just like my brother did, but I personally want the best for you. And I wasn't gonna ever say this in front of my family or anyone, but I don't even want you to go to jail. I want the best for you. Because I know that's exactly what both of them would want you to do. And the best would be give your life to Christ. I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please?
Okay, now, that was very moving. It was very touching, right? And for me, what I have to say is, you know, you cannot really know where he was coming from. He is obviously a very religious person, right? And forgiveness is never about us.
Personal thing.
Right, right. So, well, no, take that away. Forgiveness is never about the other person. It's about
For us,
us.
for
About
us.
freeing
Right.
yourself.
Right.
Freeing yourself from that mental state where
Right.
you will never see your brother again, you will never be able to hold him again, and this person took away his life. She's going to pay for it for the rest of her life, whether she's in or out of jail.
Right.
true.
Right. Right.
Okay.
He took a life.
Right.
Right.
And I can tell you that this man, whatever his reasoning may be, we can't really judge him or say why he did it, whether he did it too soon or not, whatever. You know, and looking at that video, I was very, very moved by it. And I just felt like it was something he needed to do.
Right. It was closure for him.
It was closure for
Right.
him. And whatever his reasoning is, we shouldn't judge him.
But no, but I'm not judging him. That's why I absolutely said I'm not gonna. I don't understand his personal reasons, but I'm speaking from my own personal point of view. My thing is, was he that connected to his mother? You understand? Could you understand? Could you imagine the devastation she felt at losing her son to senseless murder? You understand? He wasn't out committing a crime. This man was in the comfort of his own home. You know, enjoying a movie or whatever he was doing in his own home. Right? That's our sanctuary. That's where we're the most safe.
Exactly.
Right? So again, to talk about what you said, Bridget, I'm not blaming him. I'm not judging him because I don't know what he needed for that closure. I don't know what his religious focus is. You understand? But I'm saying for me, it's just amazing how we can forgive strangers.
Right, right.
You know, we can forgive people we don't even know.
I can understand why you say that because I honestly, and I'm saying this as a legal professional for over 18 years, I saw the judge hug her. I've never seen
I
a
don't
judge
agree with that.
Hugging any defendant,
Convicted murderer.
right? Any convicted murderer, any defendant, anyone on
Right.
trial. I've never seen that.
Right.
So for the judge to get up and hug her, I was kind of taken back by that because I've
Exactly.
never seen that
Exactly.
either.
And I've worked in the courthouse for several years, and I've never seen a judge, after a person has been convicted of any crime, stand up and give a hug. They go ahead and give that sentence, and they send them back to the jail.
Right, because they're supposed to have a neutral stand on everything that's going on in the
Exactly.
courtroom.
Exactly.
So I'm just puzzled about that whole situation. Was it for publicity, like you said,
But again,
or was it really genuine?
I just wish that same forgiveness was bestowed to our relatives, to our brothers, to our sisters, you know, to our BFFs, right?
And to
That
even
same
ourselves.
forgiveness, and to ourselves.
Sometimes
Right.
we won't forgive ourselves
Exactly.
for some of the crazy things
That we do, some of the mistakes that we make.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Oh, now that was wonderful. Exactly. So today, I'm gonna forgive myself. Jay West, I forgive you.
And we want all of you out there to forgive yourselves too, for whatever it is that you feel that you have done wrong.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, and we'll be back with more Queen of Chronicles.
Queen Up Chronicles would like to give Tyler Perry a big congratulations on opening up Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, Georgia on October 6, 2019. We are so very proud of him. He is the epitome of showing what it means and how much difference it makes when you believe in yourself. His motto is, it doesn't matter if 1 million people tell you no, or even if 10 million people tell you no. All you need is one yes from God. That is all you need. And we believe that, Tyler. We appreciate you. We're so very proud of you. And keep doing it.
Okay, we're back. And at the panel today, we have Mr. Robert Pierre. He's an educator with Miami-Dade County Public Schools. He works with children in high school in the Prevention Violence Program. And he's here today to provide his male perspective on relationships.
So welcome, Robert.
Welcome, Queen. Welcome.
So tell us, what is your perspective? We've been talking this morning about BFF, right? What is the male perspective on having a BFF?
Well, a BFF is basically, I think I heard Ms. Rativia say it, ride or die. Just somebody you've been through thick and thin with. Just pretty much know his family, he knows your family. You guys grew up together for a long period of time, been through different experiences.
Okay, so pretty much with women, the same
Absolutely.
definition that we describe friendship.
So what about dating? What are the rules as it relates to dating? Would you approve of your BFF dating one of your ex-girlfriends?
Oh, absolutely not. Well, let's define what an ex-girlfriend is. If
Okay.
it's somebody who you were in a serious committed relationship with, bitch, you know.
And for those of you who speak French, that's BFF.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
So,
She's
off
relationships.
limits. Off limits.
Off limits.
If she was just a side piece or somebody you was just kicking it with,
Okay.
then I don't mind it. It ain't no fun if your homies can't have none.
Ladies, you heard it here. Ain't no fun if your homies can't have none. You see, men are so funny, they compartmentalize, right? So it's a committed relationship off limits as opposed to somebody you just been kicking it with like a late night booty call? Okay. All right. Wow.
You know what? That's a little too hot for us to handle right now. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Alright, so welcome back to Queen Up Chronicles, and we're going to continue the conversation. So we're here with Robert, who is our co-host for this evening, and we're excited to have him. So Robert, we're talking about BFFs, the relationships, and how that is connected, and the dating an ex. But I want to talk about another subject relating to BFFs. What do you think about loaning money to your BFF? What do you think about that?
I don't have an issue with it. A BFF to me is more like a family member, a brother. So, well, let me take that back because there were some family members I wouldn't loan money to. So, I don't have a problem with it. I've done it, been there, done that. I've borrowed money from a BFF, and
So you have no problem with it?
No problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what? I have a problem. I have a problem with borrowing money and loaning money.
Okay.
Period. Listen, the United States is in like $1 trillion worth of credit card debt.
Okay.
Like, what are we doing with our money? Okay.
Right.
Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and basically we are living off of more than what we make.
Okay.
Okay, and nobody is really paying attention to their money. You know, everybody says we need more money, we need more money.
Okay.
But like Biggie said, more money, more problems.
That's
Okay?
true.
The more money you have, you're just gonna have more and more problems to add to it.
I want those
So-
problems.
Right? Exactly, because with more money, you got more money to resolve the problem. Right?
Yes.
So what you're basically saying is you shouldn't be loaning money because you have money issues, or you shouldn't be loaning money because of,
Well,
What do you
if
think?
somebody comes to you because they need to borrow money,
Mm-hmm.
then obviously they have an issue managing their money.
so they need to focus on budgeting,
They
sounds
need
like
to
to me.
focus on budgeting.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you
let's
said
get
the
some
right
budgeting one-on-one, boo. That's what we need to be talking about. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. You know, there's 3 really, really good rules or tips that I want to give you guys today on, you know, how to better manage money.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And number 1 is live on less than you make. Okay. If you're going to the grocery store and you're using your credit cards, then you're spending money that you don't have. Now, number 2 is to pay yourself off first.
Pay yourself first.
Pay yourself first.
I've heard that before.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Every time you get paid, you should always save some money, like your grandma did, in the cookie jar or under the mattress, whatever she did. Save some money, okay? Put some money aside for yourself. Your financial future depends on it.
Okay.
And number 3 is probably the most important one, Jay, and you
Okay.
just said it. It was create a budget. People, it only takes a few minutes to sit down and write out a budget. If you don't know how to do a budget, you can go online
Okay.
and download a budget off of Google, off of anywhere. They sell them everywhere, okay? And just write down your bills. And you're gonna find out that once you know, people think about budgeting is like dieting.
Right.
So they don't
right.
want to hear the
Right.
word
It's restricting yourself, so it is
Yeah.
kind of, you know,
Yeah,
kind of
but
scary
you
when
know
you say
what?
that.
Exactly.
Right, because it's about self-control.
Exactly.
Okay.
But in
Right.
actuality, budgeting gives you a raise because now you are telling your money what to do. You're telling
Okay.
your money where to go.
Okay.
Instead of every month saying to yourself, hey, where did all my money go?
Okay.
You know? You're actually giving it a name.
You're right.
But in one of our conversations, and I love you just said it. You just said it. So in one of our conversations, you talked about giving your money a name. So remember, I gave my money a name. It was Nikki. But again, not Nicki Minaj, right? But Nikki, and I told Nikki where to go. So if I want Nikki to, I see this beautiful dress in the window at Pretty House Apparel, nonetheless, and I see this dress and I want to purchase this dress, I need to tell Nikki, no, Nikki, you can't go there, boo. You need to go to the savings account.
That's right.
All right then. All right, so when we come back, we're going to be on the couch and we're going to welcome our guest, Miss Farrah of Pretty House Apparel, and we're excited to have her, and we're going to continue the discussion. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Queen of Chronicles. Our black label for this week is Farrah Pierre Lewis. She is the CEO and owner of Pretty House Apparel. So let's welcome her to the stage.
Yes. All right. Yes. Hey, girl. Yes.
How are you?
How are you today?
Nice to have you. Ladies
Have
look
a
beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful.
You're beautiful. I'm loving this ensemble you have
Oh,
on.
thank you. You find us right here at Pretty House Apparel.
Okay. So check out the website. It's available. Okay.
So where are you located? Well, I'm located in Miami Gardens. Our address is 20709 Northwest 2nd Avenue in Miami Gardens. We're on 441 and 207th Street.
Okay, great. Right in
So the location is very convenient.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
wonderful. How long have you been in business?
Okay, so my brick and mortar has been for 4 years.
Okay.
But prior to that, I was online for 2 years.
Okay.
So, and then I was selling clothes at the trunk of my car prior
wow.
to that.
Hey, how
so
you
it was
gotta
a
do it.
progress,
Right.
yeah, over the years.
Right.
So all in all, like 10 years.
Okay.
But brick and mortar, 4 years.
Wonderful.
That is
Congratulations
really
on that.
great.
That's
So
a great
how are
accomplishment.
you being received by the community?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love it. We've been growing every year.
Really?
This is our 4th year, and I was amazed. Just this weekend, I had to kind of pan
Yeah.
and show
Okay.
just how many customers was in the shop.
Right.
Someone, I put it on my social media, and they asked, "What happened? You were having an event. You didn't invite me." I'm like, no
Right.
event, no sales,
Right.
just regular Saturday traffic. So I'm excited about that.
So ironically, I was scrolling on your page on Instagram, and I saw you with the video footage, and I was like, man, she got it going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's in there, and I was like, it got to be a sale going on, something happening.
No
So it's just a
sales.
regular
Just a
regular day
regular Saturday.
in Pretty House Apparel.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that is wonderful.
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
wonderful. So needless to say, the support has been wonderful.
Yes, we've been growing, and I still have some more growing to do.
Okay.
I have some more networking and things to do, but
Right.
I'm truly excited and truly blessed. I count my blessings every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say you went from selling clothes out of your car or
Yeah.
a truck to now
Yeah, I
having
was.
your own brick and mortar, which is absolutely fabulous. But tell us,
Yeah.
how did that come about? Because I know that that's not something easy to do.
No, it's not easy. I mean, it was a passion that I just couldn't ignore anymore. So, like I said, I sold out of the trunk of my car with coworkers and what have you, and people that I knew. And then from then, I decided, let me just go ahead and start up a website. So we launched our website shortly after, like about a year after. And then 2 years into the website, I felt confident enough to go ahead and open up a storefront. And besides that, my husband got tired of me bringing strangers to our living room.
I know, right? It's like, no more strangers.
No
in
more
this house.
strangers in our living room.
Yeah.
Let's find us a spot.
Okay.
That's
So was
so
it challenging speaking of your husband, was it challenging and the partnership and all that, business entails and the struggles and challenges for a family? How did you finance your business?
Okay, we both put monies together, mostly him. But yeah, we did that. I was fortunate enough to have those funds to start off with.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful.
And I've been toughing it out through the years, and now we're at a good place, so I'm excited.
That's great.
It really surprises me that you're stating that you sold your clothing out of your car, because it makes me think about the Cash Money crew and Master P. That's how they got started, selling their tapes, mixtapes out of their cars, and now look at them, they're all millionaires. So that
So that's the goal.
where she wanted to be.
yeah,
Okay, sounds good to me.
Right,
But
exactly.
you got to start from somewhere. If you have a passion in your heart, go for it.
Okay, so what would you tell a young lady looking at you right now? They're watching our show. What will you tell a woman who wants to have, a young girl who's interested in fashion? She wants to eventually open up a store, start a fashion line, anything related to fashion. What would be your advice? Give her one advice.
One basic advice that I wish that I had was to start networking. First, before you even get started, start networking, getting your network of people together and potential customers and build relationships. Because once you get started, these are the people that's gonna support you. Yeah, you're gonna have family and friends initially, but you can't depend on family and friends
all the time. Right, exactly.
Starting
Exactly.
you off, but then you gotta keep looking for more customers and
Right.
more connections.
Right.
So yeah.
And as a matter of fact, we had a great time visiting your store the other day.
Absolutely. I tried on a fabulous red dress. I'm excited for you all to see it. Queens on the move. Take a look. All right. So we are here at Pretty House Apparel. We're going to meet the owner. We're going to ask a few questions. We're going to try on a few trinkets. We're excited. It's a black-owned business right here in Miami Gardens. So follow us. Come on in. Come on.
Try it on.
I have my fabulous queens in the dressing room trying on some fabulous trinkets. So they're gonna come out right now to show you what they look like in these dresses. Come on out, Rativia and
ready?
Bridget.
You ready for me?
I'm ready for you, boo.
Bam!
Walk the runway, honey. Walk the runway.
Wow, I love this dress.
Come on out, Rativia. And she is the belle of the ball. Yes, fabulous. Fabulous.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all better stop me.
You say yes to the dress?
I am saying absolutely yes to the dress. Farrah, this piece is to die for.
Yes.
All right, kings and queens, you know where she's at. Come on down.
And we're back. So, Farrah, why don't you show us what you brought in today?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're here at the table and we have some fabulous trinket from Pretty House Apparel. We're excited to see what she has.
Yes, I'm excited to show what we have here. All of our accessories, I like to say, is $5. Basically, these are some beautiful statement earrings here
Fabulous.
with the fringe.
Oh my gosh,
Isn't
that
that
is gorgeous.
awesome?
So you're telling me, Farrah, that everything that I am looking at here is only $5?
$5.
Oh.
You have The earrings is $5.
Oh my goodness.
The bracelet is $5. Look at this statement piece. These are statement
Wow,
pieces.
people, this is less than the cost of lunch.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No, I can tell you, I can go in my car right now, and in my change, I can get $5 out of it. Yeah, change first.
Exactly. And look at this statement necklace. This is a long piece, so I just kind of wrapped it around.
Very nice.
I love that.
So it could fit the
I love
bust.
that.
But
Very nice.
Let me tell you, you throw this on with a tank top,
Yes.
and you totally change
And a pair of
the
jeans.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, and you're done.
Exactly.
Right,
You
you're
can
done.
dress up any outfit. Exactly.
All right, so we also have a display, a beautiful display here. We cannot ignore it.
Yes.
Tell us what you have here.
We have an assortment of accessories. We don't just have metal pieces. We have wooden pieces, like so, different colors. We have sea bead pieces.
Okay.
We have long pieces. I mean, we just have an assortment. We have acrylic. The new acrylic is the trend nowadays.
Yeah, the acrylic is trending right now.
That is
Exactly.
it. That is so in. Yes, I love it.
We have carry trendy pieces. Here's another piece of acrylic. So yeah, we try to stay fashion forward.
Check this out right here.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And look
So
at
I want to
number.
do this right here. Can you go ahead and try a piece on me and let me just see what kind of statement I'm making?
Yes.
Come on, let's do that, honey.
Yes, ma'am.
A queen loves to make a statement. All right, so let me choose. Switch.
You might not be walking out of here with anything.
Nice. Look at this, ladies, how it lays already perfectly. Right? Nice little trinket.
That is very nice, and you're absolutely correct. It lays nice,
Right.
not bulky.
Okay.
It's really
All right,
nice.
so what do you think, Queen?
Yes, it gave your outfit a different
A
look.
pop of
Little
color.
pop, a little
Yeah.
flavor.
Let me
Yes,
You didn't
yes.
have to break the budget.
Holla.
Okay, ladies, Pretty House Apparel, $5 trinkets. Stop by the store to get yours.
Yes, and you can also follow us on social media at Pretty House Apparel on Instagram and Facebook, and our website is prettyhouseapparel.com. Our accessories is prettyhousebling.com. We have something for everyone.
And what we have coming up next is MaDea's Caramel Cake Company. Stay tuned.
And so we are back to Queen Up Chronicles. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're here with MaDea's Caramel Cake Company. The featured cake today is the famous caramel cake. So we're excited. We're going to enjoy it, and we're going to have a piece of it. Who's going to cut the cake?
I will do the honor.
Cut the cake, Anime. Child, look how you cutting into it. Looks so moist.
Yes, honey. It's
Again, MaDea, thank you for these 5 pounds that I don't need. I guess I'll be purchasing some detox tea from Pretty House Apparel later on this week. Yes.
Wow, that's a pretty cake.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So where did we say MaDea was located, her company?
Right.
MaDea Caramel Cake Company is located in South Florida, in Broward County, Florida.
And how long have they been in business?
They've been in business now for 2 years.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And to my understanding, they only do seasonal cakes, so they're only open and selling cakes
Right.
like for the
Right.
holidays,
What
right?
are the months the caramel cakes are served?
8 months out
Or
of the
sold,
year.
should I say?
8 months out of the year, and they start selling them in the month of November, which is, of course, baking season. And from November to June,
Oh, okay.
and then the summer months they are on hiatus.
All right.
Oh, wonderful. And we're excited because guess what we still have on the set? We still have our featured guest, Farrah of Pretty House Apparel. We're going to bring her up to have a taste. And we also have our special guest, Mr. Robert Pierre. Come on up, Robert. Get some of these 5 pounds. Don't let me eat alone.
Look at
All right.
look at that beautiful.
Delicious.
It's delicious.
Look at that. Doesn't that look good?
All right. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
It's moist.
It's pretty good, like Pretty House Apparel, huh? Okay. All right. It's delicious. Nice and moist.
Really good.
Not too sweet.
It's very
Sweetness is not overpowering. You can taste the butter. You can taste the caramel. All of the flavors are distinctive and separate. Right. So it's very palate pleasing.
I'm gonna have to get another piece after this one.
Hold on, Queen, now. We got a wedding to go to this weekend. As a matter of fact, it's your wedding.
So this is a beautiful cake. It's palate pleasing, as Ms. J stated.
It is.
And at this time, we are going to close out today with letting all of our queens know and kings that you are valuable.
You are worthy.
And you are enough.
Queen up.